Hi everyone, Kenneth here. I was just going to put out a quick video to explain how triangle mode works in Globesweeper. Now a lot of you have been asking questions saying, "Oh, I don't understand triangle. How does it work?" Well, it's hard to explain in text, so I'm just going to make a quick video just showing how you play it, how you go about solving it, and I do plan to add something to the game, which will do a good explanation. But for now, just for ease, I'm gonna make a little quick video. So I'm just gonna generate myself a standard triangular game. Here we go. Now, can be quite daunting, so we're just gonna click to start. Boom, there we go. Now with triangles, uh, it can get a wee bit confusing because it's not just the three adjacent tiles, which you might think at first sight, giving you a maximum of 3. But as you can see, there's a 4 over here. And also the normal way in Minesweeper you play the game is like you see you see two things next to it, you mark both as mines, you move on. Now that technique sometimes works in triangle mode, but you'll be using it quarter of the time at most. So with triangles, it's not just the triangles that are adjacent to an edge, it's any triangle that shares a corner. So like for this two here, it's this one, 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 and these 3, giving you a total of 12 adjacent tiles. Now most of them will be 12, but because this is a spherified object, you'll actually find some 11s somewhere, so let's see if we can spot one. It'll look a bit funky. Ah, here we go. So you can see there's actually this pentagon shape, which actually relates to the pentagons that come from the hexagonal game mode. But if we count this triangle here, you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 instead of the 12, and then all these 5 will have 11 adjacency. But that doesn't really matter for solving the game, because you're going to look at the tile and then you're going to work it out. So let's see if we've got any gimmies to start with. Well, we've got this 2 here, and this one's only got 2, so that's a gimme. Nice and easy. And now using that technique, we've kind of run out of gas. I can't see any other gimmies. So we have to use a different technique. We have to work out mine regions. So a good example are these two ones over here. So both of these ones are referring to these two tiles here. So I'll mark them with question marks. So we know somewhere in these two tiles is one mine. But if we come down to this one here, we go, ah, this one also covers these two mines because it's all the way around here, down here, and up through here. Like that. So because we know that this one has to have a mine in these two tiles, we know that these two here are safe. And now, this one here is only touching one tile, so we know actually out of these two tiles that this one's the mine, and this one's free. And now we've got these more ones, so that means we can double click them and reveal everything around them. We get loads more opening up, which is great. Now we can come straight onto this 2, so this 2's got 1 here. It's also saying it's got 1 here, or 1 here. And we've got the same thing again. We've got a 1 right next to it, which is perfect, which means we can go boom, boom, boom. And this time we don't know which one it is yet. We're still a bit unsure, but I'm going to unmark them because I prefer to work without the question marks because sometimes that can get me tripping over myself. So we have a 3 here next to this one. So that means out of this one, and this one, 2 of them are mines. Now we know that one of these 2 is mines as well. So could it be this one and that one? Yeah, so that doesn't tell us anything yet. Actually it does. So we know out of these 3 that 2 of them are mines. And we've got this 3 here, and that's copying the same thing. So because we know that these 3's 2's exist down here, that means that this one here is safe, and then we have the 2 here. That one becomes a mine, but we're still unsure about them. So that's great. Let's carry on. So we've got the 1 situation again here. We've got the 1 with 2 here, meaning that 1, 2, 3 is clear. Now we've got another 1 situation here, referring to these two, so that means this one's clear, that one's the mine. Let's carry on, keep going around. We've got a 2 here, 2's there, that's not a mine, is a mine. And carry on up. I've got another 2. So these are actually always good ones to look for. If you ever look for the point going into a straight edge, these are often a good sign, because if you've got a point straight going into a straight edge and another number, you'll see that the points only refer to 3 tiles, but the flat edges, because they've got the 2 corners, they refer to more than 3. So this 2 here covers that one becomes the mine. Perfect. I got 1 there, nice, that'll open up. And we've got some 2's. Now the 4 I don't think we can do yet, no, because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6, we've marked 2 of them. So there's 2 out of this lot here. We know 1's there and 1's there, because that one has to be 1 for this too. So there's 1 there, 1 there. Which actually tells us that this one here can't be a mine. Now this one's a wee bit harder to explain, because this one's going a few steps deep. And that's what makes triangle mode so difficult, is you have to think about stuff like this. So, because of this 2 here, we know that this one or this one's a mine. Okay? And now we have a 4. So it has 1 here, 1 here. It has 1 between these 2, and it has these 2 open. So it has 1 between these 2 here. Now I'm going to unmark all these, so just keep that in your mind. So we know there's 1 in those pair and 1 in those pair. And we have a 3 here, and we know there has to be 1 in these pair. So that means that out of this pair, it can't be this one here, because otherwise this 3 would have 4 mines. So this one's safe. And that one's the mine. Perfect. Got a 2, that now opens stuff up. Great. This looks good. So we've got a 3 here, and a 3 right next to it. And it's the same thing about the point. But luckily these two are sharing these 2 mines back here, so we can now consider these kind of both like 1s in a way, with reference to this bit over here. So we know there's 1 in these 3, so that means that one's clear, that one's clear, that one's clear. Great. Now, we've got another one of my 1s pointing in, so boom, 1, 2, 3. We know there's 1 in those 2. Great. So we've got a 3 here, we know there's 1 in those 2. So from this 2 there's 1 here, and there has to be 1 somewhere else. Well, that can only be here, so we can open up now. And let's carry on. Okay. So that 2 in these 3, there's 1 in these 2. There's 3, 1 in those 2, 1 here, 1 here. Not. And okay, so let's look at this 3 here. That means there's 1 in those 2, 1 in, so 3, 1 in those 2, 1 in those 2, 1 down here. I don't think that tells us anything yet. Just keep going around. I'm sure I've missed something. I'm almost guaranteed to have missed something, because there's so much stuff to consider that you'll often find yourself going, if you're getting stuck, going around in a circle. And it's not because there's no guesses left most of the time. Most of the time it's because you've missed something. In fact, if you think you've found something that's not solvable without guessing, I'd love you to send it to me, because I haven't come across it yet. Every time I've failed triangle mode, it's been because of a mistake and not because of a guess. Although I'm sure they do exist. I just think they're rare. Got another 2, so 2, 2. This 2 refers to these 2. That one, there's 1 in these, so 3, 3, 3. Okay. These 2, 1 in those 2. So, with this 3 here, now this is another complex one to get your head around. So this 2 means there's 1 in these 2, okay? And there's this 2 here, which means there can only be 1 in any of these 3. So for this 3, it can get 1 from here, gets 1 from here, and it has to get 1 from this one. So that one's a mine, that one's not a mine. We can double click. Okay, and now with this 3 now, so this 3 then reveals this 2. So this 3, we know there's 1 in these 3. We know it's got 1 here, 1 here. And then for this 2, it has to have 1 in these 3 because of the 3. Reveal that one. Okay, okay, we're getting somewhere. Ooh, ooh. I feel this is telling us something, but what's it telling us? Dun dun. Not anything quite yet. Not anything quite yet. So I've got the 1. Nope, nope. Can't see anything there. So this 2, we've got this 50-50 between here and here, and it feels like it should be solvable, but I can't quite see it yet. Yes, yes. So, these 2 tiles are sharing, so this one can be 1, this one can be 1. So one of those has to be. So this 2 now, we can solve for these 3. Oh, beautiful. Oh, that's opened it right up. So that one's 1, that's not 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's not 1. Oh, we're going to right roll here. That's not 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1. Those are 3s. Ooh, 2s, 1s. 1 in here. 3, 3, 3. So for this 3, 1, 1. 1 between those 2. So those aren't 1s. 2s. 1 between these 2. 1 between these 2 and 1 between these 2. So does that tell us something? Yes, it does. It means it can't be the middle one. That was a simulation you'd get in Classic, where you'd have, in a line, you'd have one, sort of like a 1, 2, 1, and you could always take out the one in the middle, because for the 2 1s to be separated, means that the middle one had to not be a mine, and that's the exact same setup, but in triangle. So that one's 1, that one's 1. 3, 3, oh, yep, 3, oh, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're 1 off on that, but we know that's 1. 5, 2. Oh, okay. 4, 5. So, oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, steady on, steady on. That's actually that's actually a miscount. That was nearly a bad mistake there. So one of these 2 is a mine. So this is a 3. One of these 2 is a mine. So that means that this one has to be a mine, which means that one isn't a mine. And that one is a mine. And we can open some stuff up. Great, great, great. Great, great, great. Still good. The good old 1 in those 2. Oh, my favorite ones. We got a 1 with it pointing in, and a 1 with the flat edge. So that means you can always go 1, 2, 3. Great. So we've got this 2 here, which is referring 1 in these 2, and then we look at this 2 right next to it. 1 in those 2 has to be 1 there. 1, 1, 2s, 2s. Do, 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 do. So let's finish this one up. I'm sure you're getting the hang of it now. So if you're satisfied, you think you know how to do triangle now, go give it a go yourself. But if you want to see me finish it, I'm just gonna carry on completing. So we've got the 4s, 1 in those ones. Yep. So 1 in those ones, not that one, not that one. 4, 4. So 1, 2, 3. 1 in those 2, not that one. 3, 1, 2 has to be that one, can't be that one, got to be that one, can't be that one. Oh, we got a 1. Oh, how long's that been sitting there? And, oh, 2 2s, gimme. 5. Not quite, not quite. So 1 in those 3. So 1 in those 3. Oh, easy. 1 in those 2. 1 in those 2. So there. Oh, nice, 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 nice. The 5. So just the rest of the hexagon, effectively. 4. That's just 1, 2, 3, 4. 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and let's have a look here. Got the 1s. So the ones, one done done. Same thing again. Ones, one, one, one. Has to be that one. Perfect. Clear it all out now. Clear it all out still. The ones, one done done. Ones, done done done. Two. Perfect, perfect. Two, 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 two. Do, 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 do. Ones, twos, not these three. Okay, threes, two, one's one there, not one there, not one there. Two, so one there or there. Two, one there, there, can't be there. Can we do this for 1, 2, 3, 4? Not there, not there. So one in those two. No, we don't know about these twos yet. Not quite. We're close. This 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 does the 3. Perfect. That does that 2, which fixes us over there. Twos. That's one there. Perfect. 2, 2, 2. Not those ones. 2 pointing in. That's another good sign. So not those ones. 2 pointing in. Not those ones. 1, 2. 1 in those 3. 1, 1 in those 3. Not that one. Oh, can't be this one because this pair has to be 1. 1 in those 2. 1 in those 2. Okay, so we can't solve it from there, but this side. 5. That's 1. Perfect. Nope. And yep, that's 1. 2, 2, 2. 1. That's 1. Down to 8 mines. We're nearly there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 in those. Not that one, not that one. Is that one? Not that one. Not that one. 1 in those 2. 3, so 1, 2. Perfect. Clear up. Perfect. Oh, oh. We must be close. 5 mines. 5 mines, so 4, so it has to be those 2. Let's double check with the 5, because my brain's going, yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we've missed a patch somewhere. Here's 1. Just solve that one. Oh, I think this is the last bit, so that one's 1. And then one of these is 1. Bam, bam. So we need to find something that, this 1. So these ones here, you can't solve because of the symmetry, but this one, so you want to look at something off to the side, like this 3 here, or this one here, so done. There we go. Now that was a terrible time. I'm sure some of you can kick my ass on that one. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. Whew. Oh, we've not loaded the scoreboard properly. Let's try that again. There we go. So the top time there, 171.27. Pretty impressive. I don't think I'm ever going to beat that one. But now you know how to trade triangle mode. Give it a go and see if you can beat Torad. I'll just do, at the end, I just want to tell you a bit about what I'm working on at the minute, if you've stayed this far. So with hexagon mode, I know a lot of you like this hexagon mode, but you have one gripe, and it's that at some points you have to guess. Like I think on our first click here, I think we've got guaranteed guess. I can't see anything. Now, most people don't mind if it's on your first click that you've got to guess, but say for instance we're doing a colossal globe with 1,823 mines, and you've done 1,822 mines, and you've got to take a very guess on the last mine, you're not going to be too pleased about it. So I am working on a guaranteed solvable mode. I hope to get it out as quickly as possible. Now, I think the first release will only be guaranteed solvable for Hexagon. Uh, it's a wee bit of a technical reason for that one, but we'll see. So stay tuned. Follow Incandescent Games NZ on Twitter if you want to find out as soon as these updates come out, or just keep checking the Steam news because it'll be posted in there. Cheers. Bye.